Hello everyone, Bhavna Gautam here. I hope you all are doing well. So today we are starting lesson 2nd of history. The name of the chapter is Kings, Farmers and Towns. And the time period is 6th century BCE to 6th century CE. BCE stands for before Common Era and CE stands for Common Era. CE starts with 1st century. So today we are discussing this chapter with a question why 6th century BCE is regarded as a major turning point in early history. It was so because a lot of changes took place during that time. One of the changes was the emergence of early states. The growing use of iron, the development of coinage. The development of coinage means the development of metal currency. There was also the growth of new diverse systems of thought, including Jainism and Buddhism. Jaina tradition and Buddhist tradition played very important role in reforming the societies. I'm sure you have heard about Mahatma Buddha and Mahavir Swami. Mahatma Buddha, who was a founder of Bodh religion, and Mahavir Swami, who was 24th Tirthankar of Jaina tradition. These two gurus, these two teachers played very important role in making people aware about social and religious evil practices prevailing in the society that time. We'll talk about Mahatma Buddha and Mahavir Swami in detail in next chapters. Here we discuss 6th century BC and its changes. So to get to know about the changes of that time, historians used a variety of sources. And these sources include texts, inscriptions, coins, visual materials. Visual material means material that can be seen, such as buildings, sculpture and remains. So these sources were used to get to know about the changes of that period, to reconstruct the history of that period. So the next point is Mahajanpadas. Mahajanpadas, if I explain Janpadas to you, it would be easy for you to understand Mahajanpadas. Actually, there were villages, Janpadas and Mahajanpadas. Villages were the smallest unit, and then there were Janpadas. Jana means people and Pada means foot. Where people set their feet, where people settled, that area was called Janapada. Janapadas were smaller in size as compared to Mahajanpadas. Now you can get the meaning of Mahajanpada from this word Mahajanpada. Maha means very big. So these were big states. Big states were called Mahajanpadas. States were known as Mahajanpadas during that time. There were total 16 Mahajanpadas in early India. The most famous Mahajanpadas were Magad, Kuru, Panchal, Gandhar, Avanti, Vajji. These were famous ones amongst 16. Now our next point is the features of Mahajanpadas. One of the features of Mahajanpadas, features means characteristics. So one of the features of Mahajanpadas was that most of Mahajanpadas were ruled by kings. It means the heads of Mahajanpadas were kings. One of the other features of Mahajanpadas was oligarchy. Oligarchy, if I explain monarchy to you, again it would be easy for you to understand oligarchy. Monarchy, as you know, is a form of government in which power is in the hands of a single ruler, in the hands of monarch, king. But it's just opposite. Oligarchy is a form of government in which power is shared by a number of men, and those who had power, they all were called rajas. Actually, Mahajanpadas were so big in size, so it was not possible for a single ruler to control such big area. So there was system of oligarchy. The next feature of Mahajanpadas was its capital city. Each Mahajanpada had its capital city, and capital city was fortified. Fortified means defensive walls were constructed around that. So defensive walls were constructed for protection against attack. One of the other features is resources. Resources such as land, water, these were controlled by kings collectively. It was not owned or controlled by a single ruler, as power was shared by a number of rulers and kings. So resources were controlled by kings collectively. The next feature is revenue. As revenue was needed to run the state, so the kings had authority to collect revenues from farmers, from traders, from merchants. So these were the features of Mahajanpads. In the next video, we'll talk about the most powerful Mahajanpada, that was Magadha. How Magadha became the most powerful one, I'll tell you about that. And this is all for today. Thank you.